Hello and welcome to Versus Live. I'm Ross Merriam.
And I'm Corey Baumeister.
And we've got Dan in the booth. Say, computers are the work of the devil, Dan.
Computers are the work of the devil, Dan.
Dan will be taking all of your questions.
Doesn't miss a beat.
Concerns, and turns in the chat.
If it's not to do with technology, of course.
Make sure to tag at Star City Games so he can see them and send his favorites over to us. We apologize for the technical delays there, but we are raring and ready to go to play some more Zendikar Rising Standard. We got 6 new decks. They're really sweet, so why don't we just get into it. I'm going to be starting with a deck that I have affectionately dubbed Jeskai Wayne's World because it's party time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sure that deck list, that deck name stuck, right? We were allowed to use that?
Yeah. Cedric is a big fan of that name.
I figured.
That's why I definitely told him about it.
Okay, smart man. Okay, so from my end, I wanted to dig deeper into Lotus Cobra, and I wanted to just use some of the really powerful green-red landfall cards. Like, there's some top-end green-red cards that are just ridiculous. Like, I'll probably have to scale back how much big stuff I have in the deck, when we fine-tune this deck. But for now, I just want to try them all out, see how fast we can crank out some of these cards. Escape to the Wilds was really good the first time, so I'm trying to use it again here. Just a green-red beatdown landfall deck.
Yeah.
See how it works.
I'm a big fan of the landfall cards, too. Phylath is the card that I wrote about this week. I did not check if the article went up today. It usually does, but...
Yeah. They pulled your articles. They thought it was trash. So, yeah, they got rid of it.
And I'm also a really big fan of the red member of that cycle of Mythic double-face lands.
Me too.
I think the red one is really, really strong because it's such a great top deck late in the game. Which is
I think it's the best.
Draw the land.
I think it's the best, personally. I mean, the black one just got spoiled as well, but I don't think it's very good.
I haven't seen the black one.
It's like 3 or 4 black X, return creatures with converted mana cost of X or less from the graveyard to the battlefield.
I can tell you guys what it is because that's our preview.
Yeah, it was SCG's preview card.
Yeah, so it's Agadeem's Awakening, X triple black, sorcery, return from your graveyard to the battlefield any number of target creature cards that each have a different converted mana cost, X or less.
Yeah, so if you do it for 6 mana, you can return a 3/2/1.
Yeah.
It's like Seasons Past in a weird way.
So well, if it's 6, then it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah,
because it's all different. It's not added up to 6.
But so when you cast it, well, he's saying for 6 total mana, so X equals 3.
Yeah,
I think is,
that's what I said. Yeah. For 6, you get to bring back a 3/2/1. Yeah,
which is worse than Gruesome Menagerie, which I tried to make work on many occasions and never could.
Yeah.
And then it scales from there, but like hard to make work. Yeah, that. I mean, being a land helps.
Being a land, it's probably going to be like a 2 of in a deck that if you find like a good rogue deck, bringing back like the blue-black rogue deck I'm going to play, that card wasn't spoiled. I probably would have played 1 or 2 of those, Bring back like the new Nighthawk and a couple of 1s and 2s. It seems okay.
The opportunity cost is just so low.
Yeah.
And just to remark on my deck a little bit, so the reason that I've gone Jeskai, and there's a ton of options, I think, to be this kind of aggro party deck.
Yeah.
You're generally going to be base Boros because Archpriest of Iona is so important as the best 1-drop.
Oh, yep. That's a good one.
Yeah, and I think red just gives you the best selection of other creatures. And the reason I've gone blue as a third color is because of Linvala. And Linvala, I think, is just a strong card in general. Its abilities are really good. It's a nice party payoff. But in particular, it's a payoff that is also a wizard. And I think that's the hardest type to get in these collection of colors and in this style of deck. So having a really good wizard to start off is really important and get up to that critical mass of good wizards.
Yeah.
So I've gone Jeskai. And I'm playing the card draw spell, which I don't think is a good fit strategically for what the deck is doing, but I think is a strong enough card just to try out.
Yeah.
And that's definitely something to watch out for.
You ever do it for 2? That seems insane.
Yeah. Exactly. Is this card still good enough? Do I want 4? I probably don't want that many, but that's definitely, like, the performance of that card is something I'll be paying attention to in these games.
Cool.
But the deck is just, pretty straightforward aggro deck, and we'll see if we can lay some beatdowns before the big boom booms come down.
Well, let's play, shall we?
So do it. I see some marbles on your side.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever they're over there, I try to kind of look towards the camera more.
Yeah.
We have a lovely audience anyway.
Of course. Yeah. I think, this set was good to me so far, to say the least.
Marbles are totally overrated anyway.
Hey, Dan, I know you're new here, but we don't speak ill of the marbles in this establishment.
New-ish.
Yes.
I will be keeping this hand.
I'm going to keep as well.
Okay, I'm going to start on Rogern Triumph.
Okay. I will start on Triumph as well. Pass to you.
Okay. I've got Mountain and Kargan Intimidator.
Okay, which one's this
This
again?
is the one that makes things into cowards so they can't block my warriors.
Okay.
I think this card is just going to be a solid standalone.
Okay.
In particular, I really like that it attacks into the wall token from Birth of Meletus.
Okay.
You can pump it to a 4/2.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I think that's just a strong card. So.
Yeah, and there's a good number of warriors around anyway.
Okay, yeah, pass to you. She's one that. Oh, so you only get to do one a turn, huh?
No.
Each
you can
ability?
You can do all three, but
Okay.
you can't do any ability multiple times.
Gotcha. You can't just next turn make it a 6 4. That would be insane.
That would be unbelievable. That's interesting.
Hoof, huh? Hoof, there it is.
I am going to. So I have a couple options. I can take the straightforward beatdown roll, but I'm not really inclined to spend mana to make the Cobra unable to block because I'm pretty happy to trade for it.
Okay.
I could
reasonable.
really put pressure on Corey and try to force a trade, or I can take the double spell approach for this turn.
Sounds like you do indeed have options.
Yeah, I am going to play this as the other half of it. Pillar Verge Pathway.
Okay.
Plains instead of a second mountain here.
That's fair.
And I'm going to take the aggressive line and try to force a trade. I will play Relic Robber.
Okay. What's this one again?
It's the one that gives you an 0/1 when it connects.
Okay.
This is another card that I like quite a bit. I would not be surprised to see these two cards just be next to each other in a mono red deck.
Oh, that creature just cannot block, huh?
Yeah, it just sits in play. It's almost like Curse the Curse Art.
It's like a Chandra emblem, huh?
Yeah, but it can attack.
Okay.
So if you have ways to pump your creatures,
Or to sack it or something like
exactly.
that.
Yeah. So, and I will attack with both creatures.
All right. Well, yeah, I think I really do need to block here. Even though Cobra was going to be able to do some cool things, I think it's just much more important to not let that connect. So, yeah, I'll take 3.
Brings you to 17.
Yep.
Pass the turn.
Okay. So now let's go with... I'm going to play this as the other side as well.
So Timber Crown Pathway becomes, you've got just the Gruul ones.
Yep, exactly. So let's add 3 here. I am going to go on an adventure and then go on another adventure here and put a 1/1 into play, and then it's your turn.
Okay, so you've got a Shaheen.
I've got a Shaheen.
I can't wait to make Shaheen a coward.
Too late. No,
All your dreams come true, eh, Ross?
Yeah, so it's not going to happen just yet. But
there's our clippable moment right there.
We've got Fatal Passage into another Plains.
Okay.
And I'm just going to spend this turn developing with Archpriest of Iona and Tazri Beacon of Unity. So
Okay.
I now have Cleric and Warrior.
Yep.
It costs 3,
That's pretty sweet.
and then I will pass the turn.
All right. Just a nice development turn. All right.
Now my Archpriest is a 2/2, which is kind of the base of it. By itself, it's a 1/2, but one other creature should be pretty easy to get. So when it starts getting bigger than a 2/2 for 1, the Archpriest really looks good.
Really shine. So you have Warrior and Cleric, so you still need quite a bit to complete your party.
Yep.
Let's see. Think I just want to go with good old Questing Beast here. Yeah, let's do that. Now, I can attack, offer the trade. I mean, you can only trade with that, and I think I'm okay with that anyways, except then I guess you do get to attack with other stuff. So maybe I'm not okay with that. Yeah, I think I'm just going to play that. Play this land as a Tanglevine, and pass to you.
Okay. I'm just going to take the aggressive line and make these both cowards.
Oh, yeah, I suppose.
And
But you can only use one, right? You can't use that ability twice? Okay.
make them both cowards.
Okay. That's fair.
How we do this. And get in for 7.
Okay, I'll take it.
Brings you to 10, and then I will play a Seagate Banneret.
Okay.
Just a little 1-drop here.
Okay. Done?
Yep.
All right. Well, that was pretty good of you. That 3-1 is impressive. Well, I have the smashing here, which is quite nice. 2 creatures only. So I'm guessing I just want to kill these 3/1s. Creatures you can tell +1/+1. That's not that big of a deal. So yeah, let's just kill these 2.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
And I'll attack.
Brings me to 16.
Your go.
Okay. So that gets me closer.
Uh-oh.
I have an Ardent Electromancer.
Okay, there's your wizard.
It's going to make red because I now have Wizard Cleric Warrior.
Okay.
So essentially a free 3/2.
Okay.
Another card I think is being overlooked. I think it's pretty easy to get 2 mana out of this on the back end and just double spell with your 3/2.
Kind of Burning Tree emissary type vibes.
Sink the mana into Kargan Intimidator.
Yep.
All the red cards here I think are quite good and could easily just like flesh out a mono red deck.
Yeah, I believe it.
Just put in Javier and the Demigod and Embercleave.
Yeah.
You're good.
I like it.
Speaking my language, Ross.
Yeah. The problem is, well, I guess actually, I can pump my team, but I really don't want to trade for the Questing Beast with. I guess I don't want to trade with the Archpriest because my goal here, I think the way I win this game is by getting the full party and using the Archpriest to give something flying.
Yeah, that sounds rough.
And if I'm full party, this is 4 already. So it pumps itself to 5, and that's all I need. Just need the 2-turn clock.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I can reasonably just sink the 3 red here into the Seagate Banneret and attack for 5 and force the trade with Questing Beast or a chump block.
Yeah, I'll block.
Okay. So then I'll pass the turn.
Okay.
I don't really have, if Corey has more interaction, it's going to be tough for me to win this game. That Shatterskull smashing.
That was pretty good, right? Yeah. Okay, so now what do I want to do? I got a really good hand, and it's just if I have the time to cast it all. I think I want to lead with this.
It's possible I wasn't supposed to trade away my rogue so easily earlier in the game.
Yeah.
It's going to be weird trying to, new mechanic. I probably have to place increased emphasis on each individual member of the party.
Yeah. I'm going to play a little bit more conservative, play a Lovestruck Beast, and just pass to you.
Okay. And rogue me.
Rogue me.
That's not great. I have another Burning Tree Emissary. But this one I can't do anything with the mana.
Okay.
And even if I pump these creatures will both end up at 4 power. So I've got nothing to do.
Okay, I'll stomp that.
That's not good.
Untap. Okay, now let's escape the wilds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a lot of tap lands. Oh, I guess not really. Okay.
It's 1 tap land.
Yeah.
2 untap lands.
Okay. So I want to try to cast a spell. I could just play the Lovestruck Beast. That seems completely fine. So yeah, let's go Triome, Forest, Lovestruck, and pass to you. I'll put these down here. Sorry, my modes are kind of everywhere.
Well, I would have hit the rogue.
Yep.
Would have been really nice.
Not quite, my friend.
Now I need another Archpriest of Iona.
Yep. God, it's kind of crazy to me that you're just like, God, I need that 1-drop.
Yeah. That's my best draw.
Okay, so Escape the Wilds will go away if I do not use it. But I have some other goods to use. Yeah, I just don't see how it's not better to just drop this beast.
So I see 3 basic lands.
Yeah,
So
I have
3 plants.
3 plants. I bet we don't have plants, huh?
We should have plants.
I think we do have plant tokens, but they're not here. Maybe Dan, could you help us out, bud?
No.
All right. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to tap this a little better, leaving red open. And then I'm going to play Pathway, put it on the...
So pump 1 plant.
Yep. Pump 1 plant, and we're just going to play one of these, but now we can actually try to get busy. Sweet, Jeremy's in. So I had 3 of them, right?
Yep. Jeremy's getting big.
Jeremy is getting big. I bet he's a happy plant today. So then I'm going to attack with Lovestruck Beast.
And I'm already at 16. So I basically need to draw it next turn. Even that might be too late. But yeah, I will take 5.
You go to 11, and then I'll play another Lovestruck and pass to you. Landfall. Landfall. And do you see the adventure thing? Got it.
Yeah, and that's just a Fable Passage.
Oh, yeah. I just only had another one and some questing beasts and stuff. I had some gas.
They're legendary, so the other one's not that great.
Yeah, hey, it still creates more plants. More plants. All right, let's get these out of there. Well,
really nice how quickly deck was able to turn the corner.
Yeah, and I had to even, chump this away. My draw was going to be real crazy with that, but I think I really could have been facing too much if I didn't, so.
Yeah, and the additional reach, like if you take 2 damage there, and then that's an extra 1 a turn from then on.
Yeah.
That would have gotten you pretty low.
In hindsight, I would have been fine with how your draw was, but if you had a little bit more pressure, that damage really could have mattered, Because, I was at 10, and I was going to be cranking stuff out a little bit faster. But, yeah, it could have been scary.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's going to do it for Game 1. We are going to head to sideboarding to see what kind of stuff we have for this match in our first round. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Versus Live, where we are sideboarding in our
Some more than others.
Yes. Between Jeskai Party Time, Jeskai Wayne's World, either works.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
And Gruul Landfall on my side. I could try to bring in a little bit of removal, Royal Eruption is good against Lotus Cobra, kind of. Skyclave Apparition can clear out something like, Lovestruck Beast if I'm trying to attack. But I just don't think I have enough against the number of threats that your deck presents, blockers, that I think my goal is to try to get in some damage early and then win the game in the air. As I was, reasonably close to doing. You had the 1 extra piece of interaction to stop that from happening. But between Linvala, between Archpriest of Iona, and now a couple extra Brazen Borrowers, which can both tempo you out when you play a big blocker and are an extra flyer and a rogue.
Yep.
I think it will just be better able to do that. For the most part, I just want to set up a big flyer. Maybe Luminarch Aspirin can pump a flyer. That would help me out a lot.
Okay.
And use that and my early damage to win the game. So we're cutting some of the cards that will help me out on the ground. Ardent Electromancer is good at flooding the battlefield with ground creatures, but if you're good at blocking, that's less important. Seagate Banneret, we saw just not be that impactful here. It's going to be a lot better when you're using some removal spells. I can freely get in as a great mana sink as the game goes along.
Yep.
But if you're able to clog the battlefield enough where I can attack even with 1 activation, which is what we saw in Game 1, then not very helpful.
Yeah, so, Lovestruck Beast is going to shut that down unless you got an extra 25 mana laying around.
Exactly. So trim those 2 just for a couple borrowers.
Okay, and large changes on my side here because I do, our sideboards are pretty loose here during preview season, so it's all kind of a guessing game, but there's actually a lot of really cool anti-aggro Gruul cards in the form of Inscription of Abundance and Cinderclasm. I think both of them are going to be pretty decent here. This card might just be bad. So this is more of an experiment, really. But 2-mana Fight is pretty good already, and then if I can ever max this out on a Lovestruck piece, it's going to be insane, you know? So I think that has the possibility of being good, but like I said, could be bad. Scorching Dragonfire we know is good against aggro decks. Cinderclasm being able to, I mean, I look at that board state that you had at the end, I was going to clean up some stuff and kill some Jeremys in the process, but I think on the draw, this card seems pretty good. And then just a couple Gargaroths to replace like Vivians. Vivians are okay, but they're not going to be that impactful against you. Then we're taking out the Brushfire Elementals because while this is kind of what our deck is doing, on the draw against an aggro deck, we are more than likely just going to have to chump, and it's a 2-mana 1/1 if we're chumping unless we have a Fabled Passage to play a little extra defense.
Removal early than that.
Exactly. Removal, Lovestruck Beast, Bone Crusher Giant, Lotus Cobra. That's what I want to be doing on 2 instead. We're going to take out 2 Beanstalk Giants as well. These are just not that great unless we have Cobra to synergize. That's why we only played 2 in the deck, because it's not necessarily great. And then we're taking out 2 of our big Akumas here. Akums. Fury of Akum? Yeah, sure. A really good card at closing the game, but once again, that's not what I need to be doing in this matchup. I just need to be making sure I'm not dying, and then I can close with even Lovestruck Beasts, you know? All right.
A little bit more of a control deck here, which makes sense against the aggro deck.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, game 1, I'm really focused on just being a proactive aggressive deck against most of the field and being able to transition into a little bit more controlling role. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Hopefully poorly.
Yeah.
So, tale as old as time.
Yeah.
When you guys submit your lists, it's an ever-changing preview season.
Yep.
So
it's a puzzle. I like to call it as a puzzle. It's a changing puzzle every week.
As soon as you guys submit your lists,
yeah,
for specifically the 2 decks that you're playing right now,
we get
there
a
are
busted
2
one?
new cards that would immensely help you both.
Great.
So,
Let's hear them.
Corey, we'll start with yours. Ancient Green Warden, 4 green for a 5/7 with reach. You may play land cards from your graveyard. If a land entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Probably not better than the other 2 6-drops, so I probably couldn't play it anyways, but that is a huge effect.
Well, yeah,
for sure.
double landfall is pretty sick.
That strikes me
Yeah.
as a commander card.
Yeah.
And for Ross, we have a land, Base Camp.
Base camp.
It enters the battlefield tapped, but the 2 abilities that go with it are pretty cool. So you can tap it just to add a colorless, or you can tap it to add 1 mana of any color, spend this mana only to cast a cleric, rogue, warrior, or wizard spell,
Only able to cast a party member.
or activate an ability of a cleric, rogue, warrior, or wizard.
Okay. Pretty solid.
Interesting. So the fact that it enters the battlefield tapped, though,
Is a problem, but
yeah, a
But
big
there are
problem.
so many in the set that do that already.
This set did get slowed down with how many tap lands we have,
but it's definitely possible that you could see 4 and 5 color party decks now that use that to round out everything because you're just barely splashing 1 or 2 of the colors.
Yeah, I like that.
And I haven't even thought about that possibility
Because the mana bases were bad. Yeah, the
So-
triomes is what you had to use, and that's not good enough. Yeah.
Now I'll have to look into that.
All right. Well, we're getting real party like, huh?
Yeah.
All right. So you started up.
And my hand looks solid.
Yeah, my hand's not insane or anything, but it's good enough.
Okay, I will play Rogran Triome.
Okay.
It worked so well last game.
I'll play triome as well. Your go.
Okay, I will play Robber of the Rich.
Okay.
With 5 cards in hand. Get in.
I've been robbed. All right.
Okay, I'm ready.
Let's not let you do that.
You're at 18.
Well, I didn't want to draw that, so thank you for that at least. I'm going to play this, and there's really nothing that's going to stop me from killing that, but there's maybe something in your deck that punishes me, so let's stop it now. And pass to you.
You were indeed going to get very punished.
Was I?
So smart.
Sweet. And now you always got to remember, whenever you attack with a rogue, like, it doesn't have to be there, right? You can still cast that, which is kind of messed up.
Yeah, unfortunately, now I have to have a much worse turn.
Yeah, okay, good.
So I'm going to play a Luminarch Aspirant and get a counter on it. I'm beginning combat.
Oh, that card's good.
Let's just get that going,
Okay.
and then I'll pass.
All right. It's an interesting draw. Now, what do we want to do? We can obviously play the Bone Crusher. We can play the card in our hand. We can attempt to... All right. I'm going to play this as the other side. It's always the other side. I'm just going to create a quick one real quick. Sleeve this up whenever I use it. So much easier than just putting a piece of paper, of course, not sized correctly. All right, there it is. Got us. For anyone learning, I cut these earlier today, and I cut them not small enough, so we had to kind of redo them. That was helpful. All right. God, this is a tough play here. All right. I'm just going to kill this now.
Okay.
Pass to you. That card just gets outrageous, so dealing with it right away seems correct.
I will
Pass the turn?
play a Kargan Intimidator.
Okay.
Pass.
I'm intimidated. Okay, now... I think I want to start with this, hope to kind of get lucky. We're going to start with Rada.
Sure.
Do I reveal it?
No, you just get to look.
I get to look. Okay. All right. And I'll pass to you. I do not have a land. Was hoping to get lucky with Rada. Never lucky, of course.
Now I've drawn a very awkward land.
All right. Tap lands.
Okay. I will finally get to play this for some value.
Okay. So it adds 2?
Yeah,
right?
it's 2 red. I get to play Robber.
Okay.
But don't get to attack with it. I'll get in with the Intimidator.
Hey, you can attack with it. Nothing's stopping you. All right, I'll take it.
That's what I was set up to do on turn 3.
Yeah, okay.
Kill spell.
I like it, I like
You're going to go to 15 from the Intimidator.
Yep, you got it.
And I will play a McKindy Mesa.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
Okay, untap, draw, tilt. Well, not great here, that's for sure. But I guess we just have to do this now because that thing is intimidating. And I'll pass to you.
I will attack for 3.
No blocks. 12.
3 to 12. And I will play Tazri
Okay.
for 3 mana.
All right.
Pass the turn.
Can we get a land? Oh my. Come on. It's bad luck. Let's see. I will pass to you.
Sounds like we got another removal spell going on.
Might be.
Ugh. Those were the 2 most awkward draws possible.
Well, I'm right there joining you here.
Okay. I am thinking that the card in Corey's hand is the green card from the cycle, whose name escapes me.
Okay.
And if I attack with Ardent Electromancer and Tazri, you can put counters on the Rada and block the Electromancer, which you're fine with because then you get to keep the Rada around and hit your land earlier. If I attack with just the Tazri, then you get to block, put counters on, and it checks the Tazri 5/5 versus 4/6.
Mm-hmm.
So I think my best line might be to just spy slam a jamma here.
Climate Jamma.
Though that's actually awkward too. Attacking with Robber of the Rich will take the card off the top of your library that we know is not a land.
Yep.
Just effectively give you another look at it. So pretty awkward all around on my part. And I guess why couldn't this be ones in those? I guess then it wouldn't make any sense, but it costs so much mana.
Oh yeah, it does.
So much mana.
Yeah, so
Because
it doesn't help with white, right?
White doesn't help. So
it's just 7 to activate that for you right now?
6.
7, right? 2 plus 1 red?
I blew from the triangle.
Oh, yeah. Okay, 6. Yeah, still completely out of reach.
Yeah. If I am right, that is indeed your hand. Then yeah, I'm still gonna make my line. I'll play Robber the Rich. Declare tax.
Oh God, that's so bad. So bad for me. It's so bad with what I know is on top of my deck.
Am I getting a Bone Crusher Giant?
Something like that.
A Scorching Dragonfire?
Something like that. Well, I do have the card, but I think I have to cast it now.
And you can't stop me from getting the top card of your deck.
Exactly. That was the problem with the second Robber. So I could put counters on it and hope for the best.
Yeah, sounds like I'm getting a Scorching Dragonfire.
Yeah, we'll put 2 counters on it.
Okay. I will slam with both.
Crap.
Would you like to block?
Yeah, I think I really have to. Maybe I can't. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I could go to 1.
Can go to 1.
I can go to 1. I wish I could check the card underneath. That would make this a lot easier. Let's see. Just don't think I can go to 1 here.
Seems like a tough sell, but
so it's taking 8, I go to 4, and then I die to just playing. So I have to. I actually have to. I'll take it.
So you go to 1?
Yep. I just die next turn with just what I have available. So
pass the turn.
All right.
Don't really think there's a draw that gets you out of this.
Well, I definitely need a land, that's for sure. But that was not what we needed. Yeah, I'm dead. Just never hit a third land. My hand was so good if I could just get a land, but yep.
It's hard when your landfall deck doesn't play any lands.
Yeah, no kidding. I play a lot of them. I promise.
Yeah.
All right. That was not cool.
My hand was the 2 other copies of Caster in the deck.
Oh, that's not good either. Yeah, if I could have just had like 1 or 2 good turns there to just put out some big bodies, even a Lovestruck Beast, which I drew at the end, but I knew I had to add some counters. Or no, it was what I just drew, what I just flipped. But yeah, once Scorching Dragonfire was on top, I was like, this is not going to go well for me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, Dan. Well, we shuffle up for a third game, round 1. You got a question for us?
I absolutely do.
Well, what you got?
From Fire Pixie 385, is there enough landfall synergy in this set for Azusa to be playable? Because she's in M21.
No. Azusa bad.
Actually, if you read my article that I'm not sure is up yet, but my article from this week, I actually have a landfall list with Azusa in it.
Gas! We've been hating on Azusa nonstop, Dan.
We've said that there needs to be something, like, you need to be doing something very specific with it.
Yeah, or you need to, like Guru Land, if we ever had that card would be bananas.
Even
the bounce land,
yeah.
Guru, yeah. But of course we don't have those. But.
Yeah. You need to, it's not often that you're playing decks that are playing 3 lands on multiple turns, and that's really what you need to be doing with Azusa. But I think you can build decks that do that with Rada and ways to manipulate your library.
Yeah, that's fair.
And playing a million lands because so many of your lands are spells.
That's true too.
And that's what a lot of the decks that I've built are effectively like 34 to 36 lands in a 60 card deck.
I mean, yeah, when you got split, when everything is also a spell, it makes sense.
So I actually think that there might be some room in these really dedicated decks to play Azusa.
I'm still not a believer. I want to see it firsthand. I want to see it do something good before I'll truly believe it. But
I'm only playing 2 copies and 3 Dryads. So I still favor Dryad in the split because 4 toughness makes it much better against aggro, makes it survive a lot of the red removal.
Sure.
And sometimes even in a Gruul deck, the Dryad's ability is relevant because it lets you keep things like Field of Ruin and Fatal Passage around. And set up turns where you trigger landfall 4 or 5 times.
Sure.
Just go off.
I mean, the one who stocks says you never play less than 4 Azuzas, so we'll see. But all right, great questions keep coming in, everyone.
Quick burn also as well.
Okay, we need
MTG Master J. That's what Corey gets for wearing the shirt.
Yeah. Oh, that is justice. Good call.
See, I wore a shirt that had synergy with my aggressive game plan.
Oh, yeah. I messed up.
Really missing out there.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, I was like, God, I don't have enough lands, but luckily some of my spells are lands. I'll keep.
I finally have the Archpriest of Iona, and I have no way to play it on turn 1, and I have no red mana. Because my 3 lands are McKindy Mesas and Island.
Okay. I have one of my favorite combos in my hand. Just not new cards, but this combo is disgusting. So let's hope I can fall back on this. But all right, one more question, Dan the man. Well, Ross is mulliganing.
Still sticking with the Azusa theme from one of our good friends and mods, Anderson.
All right.
Anderson LeClaire. What about Azusa in a Sultai shell?
Oh, the old what about Sultai question being framed differently. Nice.
Anderson, go home.
Go home. And if you're at home,
stay there.
Stay there.
I don't know if you've heard, but there's a pandemic.
No, I mean, I'm a firm believer.
Just go back to bed, Anderson.
Yeah, I'm still a firm believer that's a bad card, but whatever. I could be wrong. I could be persuaded to be wrong.
Okay, this is a significantly better hand.
Okay.
And how do I want to play it?
It's game 3. We're setting the tone for this whole show, so, make sure to lose, okay?
I do think I unfortunately have to get rid of that one that I really don't want to because I think it's the best card in the deck.
Yup. Oh, yeah, I forgot my card does something extra. Okay. Your go.
I will play Archpriest of Iona.
Okay.
That's the turn.
So we got a 1-2. Let's see. What do we want to do? Play Fabled Passage. And let's do one of these. Get a Shaheen, your go.
Smaller than my 1-2.
Yep. It's a punk.
Okay. I'll get in for 1.
Okay. 19.
Play a Rogran Triumph and pass.
All right. I will sack this. Go get myself a forest. All right. Untap. I'm going to play this, and I'm going to take the 3.
So, going to 16.
Yep.
Really needs that untapped red mana.
Yeah, and I'm just going to play Lovestruck.
Okay.
And I suppose we'll attack.
So I'll go to 19.
Okay, your go.
Oof. Not drawn particularly well.
Good.
But let's play that as a blue land, Riverglide Pathway.
Okay.
And I do have an Ardent Electromancer, but
okay.
I did not draw any of the cards that I can play off of.
All right.
So I'll just pass the turn.
Okay. Untap. Ugh. All right, well, I've seen this song and dance before. I'm going to play Rada. Probably not hit a land. Yep, all right. Your go.
Wow. I knew this was going to happen. I kept 3 lands in my hand and then put another Archpriest on the bottom. I was like, yeah, I think I need it. And I'm just trying all lands.
Hey, join the club. Do the screw, man.
Okay, well, I guess I will crack a Fable Passage.
Okay.
And get a mountain.
A mountain. Okay.
And play a Tazari.
Okay.
Now I'm just looking for a rogue.
And you've completed your party.
These are 3 2s. Okay, pass the turn.
Okay. Untap. Draw. I knew that was there. Okay, so these spells I can cast, right?
You
I can play the land?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what Andrew Brown tweeted. If
Okay.
he's wrong, I don't want to be right.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I'm going to play this as the Tangled Vine. Of course, it's a tap land, though, to add a little extra tilt. I got it somewhere. Tangled. Okay. Let's take another peek. All right, now I think we're just going to hold up for a turn and pass to you. Defense. Defense. Thank you, Dan.
You got it.
I'm certain that a removal spell is in my future, but I will cast McKinley Stampede.
What's that?
Gives my creatures +2/+2 until end of turn. It's the other side of the land.
Oh. Yeah, in response, Pyroclasm. Definitely do that.
Here it is.
Okay.
That was disgusting.
Yep.
So now I have a 6/8 with 2 damage on it.
Yep.
And if you double block, then both your things
You can
die.
kill it. Yep.
Okay, I will attack.
I'll take it. 10.
Pass the turn.
All right. Finally, I get to do what I've been trying to do this whole turn or this whole game, and cast the Great Henge. Bang. 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 Okay. So still can't cast this. Can't attack with Love Struck anymore. Oh yeah, but this is cute. Okay. So Cobra, draw a card. Maybe I'll get a land underneath.
So you
Gain
get a
2.
12.
Yep. Okay. So I can play this land. I could play it on tap, add 2 if I wanted to, but I don't really want to, so I'm just going to play that tapped. Yeah, that was so foolish. I had that on top, though. I could have played that first.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll play that. Won't take damage, and we'll get in there with Rada.
I got a 16.
Your go.
Let's crack another Fable Passage.
Okay.
I'll get the literal first land I find because I have so many lands it doesn't matter.
Love it. Love it.
Not that drawing another Archpriest of Iona that would have died to that Cinderclasm would have been good anyway.
Yeah.
But it would really force you to have the Cinderclasm.
True.
But all I can do is activate Tazari.
All right. What does it actually do? I don't even...
Top 6. I collected company for party creatures or allies, but they go to my hand.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah. And we've finally found our Linvala,
Okay.
which is kind of cool, and Illuminarch Aspirant. Maybe we
Okay.
can get something going to the air. with
I'm going to
those two.
have quite a turn for you. I'm going to have
And then I'll pass the turn.
quite a turn of magical cards coming at you. All right, so let's do a land check. That's not a land. So what, we have 3, 5, 6, 7 mana to work with. Let's start with Elder Gargaroth. Let's keep red over here. Gain 2, go to 12.
Go to 14.
Or 14, excuse me. 2 plus 12 is not 12, in case anyone was wondering. Draw. Okay. Land, add, we'll say green. Fight these. And attack for 6.
I will go to 10.
And your go. Oh, I guess I can take a peek. All right.
That's another land.
All right. I have 4 removal spells in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like something I think was already really good, but it's just going to be so much better if you can get some good landfall stuff going on, you know? Just turn 2 Cobra, turn 3 Heart's Desire plus Love Struck, and then Great Engine to start going bananas.
Yeah, and the gas just keeps flowing so much from there.
Exactly.
Yeah, didn't really draw a lot of my evasive threats. There aren't a ton. It's really just Linvala, the borrowers on the board. We saw a little bit of Intimidator being able to do that.
Yeah.
And then Archpriest if you can full party, but it's just so hard to full party.
Yeah.
Okay.
It does.
You need 4 creatures on the battlefield. It's just really, really difficult to do. So not something that you can really rely on. And so at that point, you need to be playing more interaction to help against your opposing threats.
Yeah, that's
just kind of give up on being able to full party.
Yeah, and I mean, that's kind of what I tried to do with the red-white deck, and that also just came off kind of clunky, and I couldn't fight my way through very well. And that's the thing from my side. I was like, I played Cobra, I played Rada, Lovestruck Beast, all that, and I'm like, okay, they are going to live. You know, those are going to be fine, and that was very comforting, and like it made the games a lot easier by doing that. And then when I have a lot of removal and I'm able to interact with you on your turn and then untap, do powerful things on my stuff, it seems really tough for you. Yeah.
Maybe the goal should be to focus more on wizards and rogues and be more Azorius based, so you have more evasive threats to begin with, and then play. Maybe you can get some flash threats in the deck somehow. I don't really know.
Yeah.
And play kind of tempo game plan where you're adding on to your battlefield slowly, and then you kind of turn the corner once you assemble the full party.
Yeah,
that kind of
like
thing.
blue-white does seem kind of interesting to me, where you're like already have some flyers, and then if you can assemble party and give stuff more flyer, or you give your priest flying as well, that seems kind of sweet. But yeah, I agree. I tried the red-white, and it felt like it needed something. Yeah. I did the Nahiri thing, and Nahiri, was kind of janky, but
it was just too hard to both. I think it's too hard to just focus on assembling party without interacting, and it's hard to if you want to assemble a party, you need 8 or 10 probably of the different creature types. It's 4 different types that basically fills out the entire deck.
Assembling parties is rough too, because then you need snacks. I mean, you need beverages and stuff. If you want to have a good party, I mean, you have
to clean up.
You have to be prepared. So I mean, party decks seem tough so far, but that is going to do it for round number 1. We are going to take a short 7-minute break, and then we'll be right back with brand new Magic cards here in just a bit. Don't go anywhere.